Hi guys, this is my Hoya Australis Lisa, and I hope you enjoy the rest of my plant vlog. You can hit the like, subscribe, and of course the bell so you're notified every single time I upload a new video. All of my social media accounts, including what I use for this particular plant, equipment, anything to do with this particular plant will be in the description section, so do check that out. If you want to see the unboxing for this plant, it will be above in the video, so do check that out if you're curious. So here we go. This plant, just a little bit of background, is an Australis variegata, and the name is Lisa. And she has a variegation in the inside. I believe they also have this available. I mean, the plant is also available. I think there's a what they call the Lisa reverse, where the variegation is on the edges and not the internal. So I'm not an expert on that, but I think I saw one or a few. So anyway, here's what she looks like. When I first got her, I put her to bare root and I put her into self-watering pot and pond. And I wanted to make sure, because this is the mistake that I did with my other Hoyas, is that you can't put this too deep. Like, you shouldn't cover that right there. You shouldn't cover the top part node, and you can even, I even keep a little bit of the root a little bit above, not to be completely covered, because that can be overwatered due to the substrate or I think any kind of soil really. So you have to be very, very careful. I'm not a big expert on pond. I did make my own pond. Basically, pond is 3 different kinds of pebbles or rocks that are mixed together. And that is your substrate or medium instead of soil, or to make it semi-hydro. So this is a soilless growing situation. And I do have a reservoir, and that's why there's a water level. So if you're curious about that, what I do is I wait until the minimum. And I do know where the root system is. It's just right here, because I flattened it out, and I did that on purpose because I don't want it to straggle all the way down here and get overwatered. And if you have noticed, it's such a small part of the plant. I want her to keep growing and fill this this pot before she should go lower. So I could be taking her out of the pot in several weeks or months and just adjust the roots to make it lay on top more. I feel like that is just better to do that because it can prevent overwatering. So she sits in a west-facing window, like I said, about, I would say about 4 to 5 inches away from the west window. If it is on a darker day, I do provide an LED plant light. And I do run a humidifier on most days. Sometimes I don't, but most of the time I do run a humidifier in that room. It's not directly close to them, and the reason for that is I don't want there to be a possibility of getting the moisture or the condensation on the leaves, and when the sun does hit their leaves, they tend to burn or blacken. I have had that experience before with my other plants. So if you're getting like spots on your leaves, a black or dark brown, and you have a humidifier, or you mist or you spray during the day or before they get direct sunlight, or during getting direct sunlight, even in direct sunlight sometimes, depending on the intensity of the light, that can burn the leaves. So be very, very careful with that. So I would suggest, if you do anything like that with anything, regardless if it's foliar spray, water, a humidifier, or even like pesticide like neem oil, or I don't know what else other people use, some kind of oil, I would suggest do that like late at night before you go to bed. That's what I do. Turn all the lights off, not even artificial light. I don't even want to risk it. So that's what I do. I do mist this plant with my homemade foliar spray. I'm not really sure about it. I've only been using it for a short amount of time, so I don't really want to share it. because number one, I don't have a result for this particular plant yet. And secondly, I don't want it to be like someone uses that and I get yelled at because their plant died or something bad happened. So I want to kind of test it on my plants first before I share it. So here she is. To be quite honest, I was not really interested in this plant. If I got it, I got it. If I didn't, I didn't. And I was itching to get more plants, and so I got this one. If I do have a Hoya Australis, and she grows beautifully, so I'm not very scared. But this is a variegated plant, and it's going to be slightly different from the regular Australis. So I still have to, study her more because she's different. The difference between that my Australis is in a regular potting soil. She is not in self-watering, and she's fine. I think for a beginner, if you're new to Hoyas, Australis is definitely one that I would suggest, and also a Carnosa. I have 3 different varieties of Carnosas, the Jade or Green, the Queen, a Crimson Queen, and the Crimson Princess. And those are very, very easy. I would say if you want to start and dip your toes in this obsession of Hoyas, I would start with either an Australis, the regular one, and a Carnosa. Those are definitely very easy, and they can definitely survive in like a potting, like a regular potting mix. Mine thrives in them actually. So here she is, and I'm gonna do a once over. She has currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 leaves, and that's the close up for that. Oh, she broke a little bit. That sucks. So I think that was a little bit of new growth. Aww. So there she is, and I did put this here just to kind of help her, guide her. Australis is very viney and trailing, and if you don't guide them, they will just kind of grow. They're not going to grow upwards, is what I'm trying to say. So here she is. Thank you guys so much for the support and the wonderful, beautiful words. I will see you guys again next time. Bye.